And I say very good morning and happy Monday as we continue a very busy week across the continent. And this time around, at about just a few minutes past 11, we'll be giving you all the latest updates from across Nigeria, but most important from Abuja, where a trial is currently ongoing, and we'll be taking you as well to Cotonou in Benin Republic, where we also have one of the most important case that is also going on as we speak right now. But for now, let's come back again to you in the studio. It is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Remember to follow us on all our social media handles. We're reporting on Twitter, on YouTube. But the best way is download the Star Radio UK apps where you can follow all the latest updates and news from across the continent.
Yes. How are you and how was your weekend?
Well, it's a very busy weekend. It was a very quick one with so many activities being prepared for today. So much information to pass around to different, individuals. But again, another opportunity, to spend with the family as well, and also, communication. As the job that we do as a journalist, you just have to keep talking. And even if you don't want to talk, people wants to know what is going on. And that is what we do on Star Radio UK.
Yes, exactly. That's what we do. But let me acknowledge a couple of people, and then Mr. Lai Nkoiki, we will start having the discussions on what is happening in Nigeria. Prophetic Rufus, good morning to you. Tell me more. We're going to be telling you more. Okay, Olabisi Afolayan, a victory in Jesus' mighty name. Yes, we always look forward for that victory, and we hope that victory will be seen in all aspects of our lives today. Okay, but now let's go to Mr. Olayemi Koike. Now, interestingly, today is a massive day when it comes to Nigeria and Benin, and when it comes to the IPOB, and it comes to the Yoruba nation as well, or those who are agitating for Yoruba nation due to what is happening in the country. Now, can you just give us a breather of what is happening in the federal capital at the moment? Because I thought military were there in Rambo style. I thought I call them ninjas, coming up and all that stuff that is going on, as if maybe there is a terrorist that they are trying to apprehend. But can you give us a breather of what is going on in Abuja at the moment?
It's 8 minutes past, and I can confirm that yes, the trial of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, also known as IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is currently going on as we speak right now at the Federal High Court in Abuja with heavy security, as you can tell, but also with so many interested individuals from around the world that would like to know what has actually happened. We do not know what is happening right now because I can confirm that, as you know, Nigeria has its own ways of doing things, and only 10 media were accredited, to give us the development of what is happening at the Federal High Court in Abuja as I speak right now. So until the court comes to an halt, when the lawyers, the legal representatives of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be speaking to us, the media, the public, that is when we will find out a little bit more. But I can confirm to you, I did watch the video of of one of the legal representatives after having an opportunity to interview Nnamdi Kanu at the DSS headquarters in Abuja. That is how we knew some of what took place. He was arrested at the underground car park, according to the legal representative, somewhere in Kenya, and he was, given a kind of an allegation as somebody of interest with the Al-Shabaab in Kenya. We know what Al-Shabaab is. Al-Shabaab is a similar terrorist organization operating in Kenya as equivalent to what we know in Nigeria as the Boko Haram. So what we can confirm at the moment is there is heavy security in Abuja. The charges on him is treason, but he's proving that, even though he was unavailable for some times, there was so many reasons for that. So this is one of a legal test case for the Nigerian government versus Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that the whole world is also following. I'm going to come back again to you in the studio. This is again Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London.
getting feeds from Nigeria as we are still on. So let's see whether we have him back now. Yeah, I think so. I think we have him back now. Yes, Yomi.
Yes, yes, we had a bit of a breaking transmission there with the network, but I can still confirm that there is the court case is going on in Abuja, but I was watching the feed coming out from some of the media that was not allowed into the court premises, and I was able to see somebody of interest that a lot of us knows very well, Omoyele Sowore, was also present, and he said while he was trying to make his way into the court, he wasn't allowed with a machine gun that was pointed at him. That shows that the security present in and around the premises is quite tight this morning. But I can also confirm that quite a lot of supporters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are already in Abuja as we speak right now. I saw the road leading to the airport was quite a bit of gridlock. I'm not sure whether that is how it is every day in the morning, or it is just because of the current court case that is of interest to millions of people around the world.
Now, interestingly, let's go to the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, and then we can continue with the discussions. Now, if he was arrested in Kenya and allegedly saying that he was part of the Kenya jihadist, now, why wasn't he tried in Kenya for them to say that, well, we think that you were there, inciting or whatever, and therefore they try him there, and then that's what happens here. If you are arrested for terrorism, you'll be tried here, and then you might be even imprisoned here. Then after you serve your sentence, then they will now deport you to your country of origin. That's how it works. But why didn't they do that if that is what took place? And that means that how did they fly him from Nigeria, from Kenya to Nigeria?
Well, I mean, these are part of what is going to be unraveled. When these court proceedings start, it will face a lot of different, legal perspective. You ask the question. I mean, 8 good days, according to the legal representative, Nnamdi Kanu was locked up somewhere, chained down somewhere in Kenya. And the question you've asked is, why is it that, he was not, having this court proceeding in Kenya? These again indicate that the Nigerian government have done what they call not just kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. They have not gone through what they would have called the normal legal proceeding to have extradited him back into Nigeria for whatever offense that he must have committed. What they've done is what, according to the legal representative, is what we call a kind of a kidnap saga. This is not allowed in 21st century. This is not allowed from the international perspective, but all these will be unraveled when the court proceeding start today. How long it's going to last, we would have to wait and see. But like I said, somebody somewhere, would have to also face some kind of consequence for not going through the normal procedure, whether in Kenya, the Kenya authorities have denied some of these allegations. But, with what is going on, I'm sure, this also will mean quite a lot of, legal terms, especially what will be now a kind of a relationship between Kenya, and the rest of the world when it comes to, what took place between Nigeria versus Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this was almost, what we were, we've been discussing. But like I said, quite a lot to be looked into as the case continue in Abuja as we speak right now. This is Starr Radio UK.
Yes, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Mr. Olamide can bring you updates from Nigeria. Now, there's one interesting question that I want to ask, and Olabisi is also asking the same thing. Olabisi is saying that so surprised that Britain is not doing much about Kanu. Now, the question I was going to ask was that, is there a British government representation, that's from the High Commission or anything, in the courts?
Again, and again, these are part of what the legal representative are saying. He wasn't given that opportunity windows, to have contacted, the British High Commission in Abuja, to have given him a consular support, not literally intervene in the court case, as it could be, but not allowing him to have access to that. It's something that, again, a lot of legal representatives are asking. I mean, if Kanu was holding a British passport, let's look at it from this perspective. If Kanu was a white man, picked up somewhere around the world and, locked up without any legal representatives, whether a kind of a consular support from the High Commission in wherever it has happened, What could have happened? Again, I could confirm that, there has been a legal representative also representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back in United Kingdom, and all these will face quite a lot of, to our listeners, this is something that for a very long time, we would have to continue to review it. We are talking now about 3 countries locked in together. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a British, passport holder. From what we heard, it was picked up, or it was kidnapped rather, in Kenya. This is another country. Nigeria is involved. Now, Nigerian government have refused necessary legal requirement for Nnamdi Kanu until the legal representative that he had in Nigeria has taken over, and they're giving us so much those information that we never knew of. If Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya without the necessary documentation, what then is the consequence of this according to the international law? All this, like I said, is a new game changer for those that are studying law around the world.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see international law, how it will all play out there. But somebody say the Belarusians did that. Well, the president decided, no, that plane, I think there was terrorist activity up, land the plane, took some people home. Yeah, that's what he wanted to do. We don't know how it's going to play out, but we're watching very, very closely. Now, one last question that I wanted to ask was pertaining to those who, the journalists who were allowed in, or the press houses that have been allowed in. Why are they restricting press houses, or they've just reduced the number to what? What do they have?
You shouldn't be surprised, Mr. Archie. We're talking about Nigeria here. This is a country that is lawless. This is a country that disrespects human rights. This is a country that have not given freedom of press, freedom of conversation. Twitter was banned, and you kind of ask the question, what is the benefit of a citizen that does not have the right or say? We're talking about 12 innocent, individuals that was picked up at the middle of the night from the Chief Sunday Igboho's house, and 2 people were killed. The bodies were taken away. We are talking about 26 days. They have not been given a legal representative until we have to go to the court to file a motion, and those motion has now given the DSS the next 72 hours, against which they'll have to bring them and produce them to the court. So you ask the question, we will say that out of the 10, I've looked at the 10 that was given opportunity, to cover the court case in Abuja, and it just shows that these again, are different, mainstream media in Nigeria. We won't mention their names, but it again shows that somebody like Lai Mohammed, which is the information minister, is so scared. He's scared of, what could come out of the court case, but they know that those that have given the opportunity will have to abide by the NBC rules. And that is why, they've literally gagged, again, media from reporting court proceeding in Abuja, just like they've banned media from reporting any terrorist, incident occur in Nigeria.
Well, it is Starr Radio UK. Now, do you know if there's any protest going on in London at the moment? Because we know the president is leaving.
That was a breaking news that was just coming, just about some few hours. And I'm sure Londoners will be preparing, for the welcome, whether official or unofficial, of the President Muhammadu Buhari to London, that he will be leaving Abuja today, according to Femi Adesina, the spokesman. What do we know about that? Let me quickly give us, what we know. And like I said, this was only posted just about an hour ago. What I can confirm is President Muhammadu Buhari, the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, will attend a global education summit in London. The President Buhari will today, Monday the 26th of July 2021, travel to United Kingdom to participate in what we call the Global Education Summit on Financing Global Partnership for Education 2021. It's going to be co-hosted by the Prime Minister Boris Johnson in UK. Also, we have the President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, will be there as well, and together with different head of state and government as well. If you remember, and these are also some of the information after Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, that the president must have got an hint and he pulled out from that, travel that he was meant to be in London. Yeah. But he's not just coming alone for this Global Education Summit. He's also going to be, as usual, this is a president that he was coming in 2014, says that there will not be any medical tourism, but he has been in London most of the time, to have a quality healthcare, but while millions of Nigerians are dying on a daily basis for poor quality infrastructure of healthcare back home in Nigeria. And according to the press statement, like I said, he's not just coming for that alone. He would also be here till the second week of August. For one reason, as usual, after the summit, the president will spend a few days for an earlier scheduled medical checkup. Is due back by the second week of August.
Interesting. I mean, he has to get the best of healthcare because he is the most important person in Nigeria. I mean, most important, everybody doesn't matter. Well, if you are listening to us, what is your take on all that? But while developments are going on, I'm going to take you straight to Cotonou, in Benin, where there's another issue going on. You know what? Yes, the court is in session for the hearing of Chief Sunday Igboho's whether they want to repatriate him to Nigeria or not. Can you give us a breather on that one as well?
Yes, now let's take you back now. Once again, this is Star Radio UK. As we speak right now, we've been getting feedback from from Benin Republic, especially with the court case that is also taking place as well, with the freedom fighter, the philanthropist, the businessman, the man that is loved by his people for speaking out because he believes that the killer headsmen, the Fulani terrorists, have not just done damage control to the southwest of the country. The federal government of Buhari has refused to do the right thing. His house was attacked at the middle of the night on the 1st of July. I'm just taking us back to some of the reason why we are at the court today in Cotonou. His house was attacked, with the intention of an assassination attempt on his life on the 1st of July 2021. He was able to escape that, but two of his aides were killed. The bodies were taken away. Up to now, the federal government of Nigeria and the DSS, in their own way, have not refused those two dead bodies. Likewise, 12 individuals were taken away from the house, and we have not been able to get a legal representative to have a what we call interaction with them for the last 26 days until a motion was put forward. But on the day of the event, just about midnight, just before 11 p.m., the DSS spokesman came out with allegation that Chief Sunday Igboho had stockpile, according to them, of weapons in his house. The display weapon that has been debunked, that he has nothing to do with that weapon. They also brought out his traditional outfit. It's just like somebody like me with my Quran, and the DSS have to produce the Quran, while they were giving out their information to the members of the public. And likewise, a Christian would not have allowed, that to happen. But the DSS also brought out his traditional outfit as well. Not just that alone, this also means that the DSS put out a wanted warrant on Chief Sunday Igboho, and like we all know, this time last week, Monday, news broke out that he was stopped because of and this came out from the legal representative that spoke to the public on Saturday, that gave us a better understanding of why Chief Sunday Igboho was arrested. There were quite a lot of fake rumors. There was propaganda. And this propaganda, from information we gathered, was coming out from the federal government to put it that Chief Sunday Igboho had a Beninese passport. That was why it was stopped. But what we find out later, according to the legal representative representing him in Cotonou, where the court case is presently going on as we speak right now, is that he was not arrested for having a fake Beninese passport. He was arrested because the federal government of Nigeria has put out an information sent to Benin Republic as an ECOWAS country to stop him wherever and whenever he was found. And he was stopped, and the wife, was released on Thursday. But the court case, like you said, is ongoing right now. There's a lot of representative there, but what we can say is we would also be feeding us back, between today and tomorrow, whatever the outcome. You did ask a question whether, the federal government would have interest of bringing him back. But this time around, they can't kidnap him just like they did with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya. Because, we have what we call the legal representative that swooped into action as quickly as possible. And we can also confirm there is no extradictory between Benin Republic and Nigeria as we speak right now. So yes, the federal government might produce their evidence against Chief Sunday Igboho, but all that will be filed by his legal representative right inside Cotonou and not in Nigeria. I come back again to you in the studio. This is still Starr Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. It's exactly 25 minutes past 11 as I come back again to you in the studio in London.
Well, listeners, if there is no extradition treaty between Nigeria and Benin, then how will the government, the federal government, try to get Sunday Igboho? Will the lawyers or legal representation of Sunday Igboho fight, and will the federal government lawyers also fight? How nasty is that fight going to be? Well, will ECOWAS step in? What is it going to be? I think they all go for that, their meetings, they all go drink tea together, they know each other, all those old people, and they're doing their own stuff. So what is going to happen? But we hope and keep fingers crossed that justice will prevail. Okay then, it is Starr Radio UK, 11:26 the time. Update from Nigeria with Mr. Olaimi Koiki. So now let's go to Yomi for some of the other stories making the rounds. Over to you, Yomi.
Yes, once again, this is Starr Radio UK. Let's quickly touch on some of the other news happening as well in Nigeria. Yesterday, we saw the video of some of the children, not every one of them. Remember 3 weeks ago today, at the school, it's a primary school precisely in Kaduna, children were taken away, by the bandit, and they were also demanding food, support for some of these children. We can confirm that some of them have been released, just yesterday, for the parents that have been, waiting willingly, to have their children back. I mean, you can imagine the kind of traumatized that these children must have gone through in the hands of some of these bandits, wherever they were kept, whether in the bush, whether in the forest. And these are part of what a lot of Nigerians are asking. I heard you speaking before I came on air that, the aircraft, the military aircraft that was taken down by the Boko Haram, I can confirm that you're looking about $1 million aircraft that was brought down. That means, if the bandit or the terrorists have what we call, the necessary equipment to bring down a kind of a military aircraft, which cost about $1 million, then we should be concerned that they might also have the capability to take down a passenger aircraft as well. Let's look at some of the other headlines as well that is trending as well in Nigeria this morning. Quite a lot focus is about, the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu court case that is going on in Abuja, and likewise, the one that is going on in Cotonou as well, for Chief Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Igboho. Likewise, there's quite a lot in terms of, the video I watched, as well, where the governor, one of the governors in the northern part of the country, is saying the similar thing to what, the former deputy governor of Central Bank, Malafi, have told us when he was asked, who are the sponsor, who is behind, the insurgency in Nigeria, in the last couple of months and years. And it was also, in the belief that if the government doesn't know about it, then somebody must know about it. And he also said, in terms of those, that are being run and chased after, asking for a kind of, a separation out of Nigeria, are not the main problem of Nigeria. The main problem is the terrorist organization as well. And likewise as well, quite a lot of other news as well in Nigeria. We continue to monitor, those news as well. But what I can also confirm is, the poverty level in Nigeria is not only biting on so many Nigerians. We had the local government election in Lagos over the weekend. Mr. Archie, we might have to play that video maybe tomorrow. You could see an elderly woman captured on a video, thumb printing as many multiple times on a ballot paper that she was given. I'm sure she probably got maybe about 500 naira or 5,000 naira. This shows that, and I was watching one of our media colleagues yesterday. Do you also know that the representative for that particular constituency vote against an electronic voting system in the Senate in Abuja? And that shows you that, if the government was really serious about that, they could have looked into that. But the poverty level in Nigeria is giving a lot of concern to so many people. The insecurity is giving a lot of concern to so many people. But like the president will be in UK, for what we call an education, reform or education support. Millions of Nigerians today do not have the good quality education as you might expect, and that is because funding is not available as well. But for now, let's come back again to you in the studio. This is still Starr Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Yes, listeners, Mr. Olaimi Koiki bringing you updates from Nigeria. Let me say good morning to Anthony Aderiji. Thank you very much. Continue to share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones. If you have any comments, as others have done, post it on our page as well. But you can text or WhatsApp it to us as well. The number is 07539661744. 07539661744. And I promise you, I'll definitely read that out. Okay. So now we're going to some of the other stories, but Olabisi, I'll say, okay, confirming the news that Mr. Olabisi spoke about. But first of all, he said people have been protesting already here.
Oh yes, you're quite right. Since the 1st of July, people have been on a daily basis, being in central London. We had an heavy one as well over the weekend. But I'm sure now that people know that the president will be in London. He must also be prepared for quite a lot of noise at Abuja House, at his residence, where he's going to be living, with a lot of banging and noise, to let him know that a lot of Nigerians are not pleased with so many things happening back home in Nigeria as well.
We hope to see his reaction on that. Okay, let's go to some other stories, whether on the social media platform or the others. Over to you.
Well, let's look straight away to the social media. It's exactly 11:31, of July 2021. What is trending, in Nigeria on Twitter this morning is the case of, Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, in Cotonou, and likewise the one happening in Abuja as well. That is trending, and we've talked about it. But one thing is, we will be giving, a lot of development, a lot of update from these two cases, between now and tomorrow. Make sure you stay tuned very well. Close glue to Starr Radio UK. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London.
All right, then. Listeners, that is Mr. Olayomi Koiki. But as we are on air, once there is any development, he'll be bringing it to you ASAP. So just get yourself glued to your sets, and any update from Abuja